Hi guys, so you'll notice this isn't my usual backdrop. Today I am filming in Michaela's room, and you might know Michaela as the handler for Toby the service dog on Instagram. Basically today I just wanted to do kind of a little bit of a crate cleaning tutorial. So I know you guys may not know how to clean a crate. If you don't have like cloth stuff in there, obviously with cloth stuff you just wash it with regular detergent and then half the amount of fabric softener you would normally use. The reason you use half the amount of fabric softener that you would normally use is so that your dog isn't breathing in all of that fragrance. It is kind of strong most of the time, just on our clothes, so if you use half the amount of fabric softener that you would normally use in regular loads, it'll be less strong of a fragrance and mess with their lungs less. So, what you're gonna need is, obviously, you're gonna need a crate. So this is Toby's crate. Oh, it is kind of rusty. Honestly, it isn't. It isn't that easy to tell on the video.
Look down there though.
Yeah, so like down here is a little bit
Dirty,
maybe. It's a little bit rusty.
dirtier.
So cleaning a crate will not solve rust issues.
No.
But what it will do is disinfect the crate and make it safer for your dog to be in there. So what you're gonna need is obviously a crate. You want to take everything that is cloth out of it. So any bedding that you have in there you want to remove. For right now, we don't use any bedding in Toby's crate. If you know Arlo's setup, he's got a bed, he's got a blanket under his bed, he's got a blanket on his bed, he's got a pillow on there, he's got a pillowcase on there, he's got a blanket on top of the crate. It's a lot. So we did that earlier today. But I figured this would be more of a simple tutorial for people who already know how to, wash like clothes. So, we're going to start by getting a bowl. You need a little bowl for this, and something that's deep enough where you can stick the next item you're gonna need, which is a brush or something. I mean, obviously you don't need like a dog brush, but that's just what I use. Some people have like floor cleaning brushes, stuff like that is common. Something deep enough to dip that brush all the way into so that you can get a good amount of the water on there. So you're gonna get that bowl, and what you want to have to put in the bowl, you want some water. So we've got water here.
And it's not distilled water like the bottle says. It's
the bottle says
bubbler
distilled,
water.
but it's bubbler water. But any kind of water works. I know some people who use saline, but personally I just use tap water. It's not that big of a deal. Because you're going to put cleaning agents in it. So you want some dish soap. You would want something that doesn't have a ton of...
duckies on it.
Okay, Michaela likes the one that has the duckies on it. I think that you need something that doesn't have a ton of additives in it. Dawn is pretty common for that. They say it's okay.
They use it on the ducks.
Because they use it on the dogs. They say it's okay to wash your dog with it if it isn't too often, because it will dry their skin out. So something like this is really helpful because it does have a drying agent in it. Which is really nice, especially since once you wash the crate you gotta dry it because you don't want it to rust, so that's important. And then I personally, my vet and I have decided, I mean she tells all of her clients this, but basically you want to put some chlorhexidine in it. So this is chlorhexidine that I mixed. This is 2 parts water, 1 part chlor. So basically it is a disinfectant that you use sometimes on like dog wounds, stuff like that, to like clean the wound out, or like if a spot is raw, sometimes on hot spots, that's what it's used for in like the vet world. You don't have to have this, but if you clean your crate less, I would suggest, if you can get a hold of chlorhexidine, that's a good idea. But really the most important part is the water in the dish soap. So you want to get something like that, and then first what we're going to do is we're going to mix this. So the first thing that you're going to want to add is a little bit of water. So you just want to kind of coat the bottom and then like 1 over. So like that much, which isn't very much. Sorry, this isn't very scientific. And then you're going to take your Dawn dish soap and just do like a little squiggle. And then you're going to take your chlorhexidine and just like 2 little squirts. So then you want to take your brush and just kind of swirl it around a little bit. And now we are going to start cleaning the crate. What you're going to start with is, like I said, the brush and the bowl. They're over here. And I'm going to start with the outside of the crate. So what you want to do is just make sure that you soak that brush in the water and then tap it off a little bit so you don't get like too much all over the place. And then you're just going to start brushing it like you would brush your teeth. So yeah, we're going to just kind of scrape at the bars of the crate. That soapy stuff, that's what you want. You want suds. I love suds. Yes. So, I'm going to start with the door, and then when I'm done with the door, I will get back to you guys. Now, you're going to do the inside door of your crate. Kind of the same motion, just kind of moving in circles if possible. And then just repeat this process, scrubbing the inside of the bars of your crate. So yes, you will have to get inside and scrub the inside bars. Okay, so now what you're going to do after you have scrubbed all the bars is you're going to, except the top. Don't do the top yet, do the top last. So, you're now going to scrub the inside of the floor in small circular motions kind of around the whole thing, trying to pick up hair and stuff and whatever dirt is on the floor. So yeah, we're hoping for those suds on the ground. So once you're done with that, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the same brush and the same stuff and you're going to clean the top of the bars of the crate. So yeah, it will be kind of messy because it's gonna drip down from the top because it'll be wet, but that's okay. Now that we are done scrubbing the whole thing with this chlorhexidine and detergent and water mixture, we are going to go to the bathroom and we are going to rinse all of this out and get all the hair off and stuff like that and get all the soap out of the bowl. So, we're gonna go do that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this bowl with the same amount of mixture that's in there now with water. Now we're gonna go back to the room and fill this back up with water and rinse out the whole thing.
Walking too close.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna film you now. Okay, and now for the last step with the water. Usually what I do is obviously you're gonna scrub the bottom again. But basically after you've scrubbed the whole thing with water, take the rest of your bowl and just dump it on the bottom tray. As long as you didn't put too much in your bowl, it shouldn't go over the bottom tray since it does come up a little bit. So, yeah. Okay, now that your crate is sufficiently doused in water, what you're going to do is you are going to get probably a couple rags that you don't care too much about. And what you're going to do is take the rags and wipe down the entirety of the kennel. So all the bars should come first, and then you want to get the bottom of the crate, which is just going to be a lot of sopping up water, basically. Okay, so now that you have dried your crate out, you should be ready to put a dog in here. I would say give it 10 minutes to kind of finish airing out so that every bit of moisture is kind of gone. If you dried it out really well, which means using lots of towels on the bottom so that the dog doesn't slip, then you should be ready to go. Except some people have cloth to put on top of their crate. So now this crate is ready for doggo consumption. Woo! That's a little bit hyped up in the back, but it's okay. Alright, so for those of you who were wondering how I clean Arlo's crate and how to clean your own crate at home, this is the way that I use and the way that my vet uses, so I think that personally it is the best way to do it. Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that this helps some people. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in whatever I make next. Bye!